Coffee and convo, y'all. Let's get it. Yo, salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history, man. Y'all know what time it is. Welcome to the latest installment of Coffee and Convo. I am your host, Graphk Raider, man. Salute to the chat, man. Make sure you guys wipe them feet, meaning hit them thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 30K, and we cannot do it without you guys. It is free, doesn't cost you a dime. Just hit that subscribe button. That's all we ask for over here at OLV, man. I hope everyone here in the chat is having a great Monday. Let me know in the chat where you guys are watching from. What city, what state? Are you at home? You at work? You in traffic? You know, are you with the wife? Are you with the girlfriend? Are you with the side chick? Are you with the side chick? Who you with? Who you with? And where you watching from, man? Once again, man, salute to the My Fathers as well. I see my brother Jason Hunter. I see Top Beats. I see Graphk. I see a bunch of members in the building, man. Salute the Ghost, Raider Nomad, Redbone, Big Red Raider, Ruthless, Raiderzilla, all my people, Austin Collins as well. Hey, if you guys want to become a member, like all my membership gang here in the building, hit the link. It's pinned up top. It is one of the best ways to support what we do over here at OLV Raider Nation. You already know what time it is, man. Salute once again. Pastor says working from home. I see you, my guy. I see you. Says Great Falls, Montana. We got Salinas in the building. AP stupid. The Horn Father is busy. Salute to Montgomery as well, man. At work in Sac. Salute to my hometown. Appreciate you guys so much for pulling up, man. It is Monday. We are back in action out there, Costa Mesa right now in California. A lot going on with our teams. It is about 24 hours until the pads are on and we start to see some real football, some interesting developments going on out there in Southern California. We're going to talk about that. Few shining stars. Once again, it looks as though we're going to kind of get used to saying the same names over and over and over at this point, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the positives, the negatives, some good things, some bad things. It looks as though you guys, speaking to my people, looking over Twitter and Instagram and like I said before, speaking to a few of the beat writers and people out there on ground level. Defense once again goes out there and dominates today. It looks as though Max Crosby had a field day with Thayer Munford on the right side of that O-line. He was all over the place. It sounds as though he even almost came down with a pick on Gardner Minshew at one point. I love this because Thayer is going against one of the best, defensive linemen as a whole in the NFL, one of the best edge rushers in the NFL. This is only going to make Thayer that much better. There's only so much offensive linemen can do at this point, you guys. You know what I mean? They can't go out there and can't really go crazy on the edge rushers, right? So we can't put too much. We can't take this as face value as Thayer Munford is struggling. We can't do that because, once again, the pads have not been on. Tomorrow we'll get a better idea of where he is in his development going into his first year as the starter on the right side of that O-line. But the pressure was on. Once again, Gardner Minshew, Aiden O'Connell, both under pressure. It seems as though the entire practice today but I have to keep repeating myself and salute the East Coast Gridiron. My dog's in the building. We're missing a shit ton of starters on that O-line right now. Colton Miller's not out there. JPJ's not out there. So you're going to see, some struggling out there, so to speak, with this O-line compared to this top 5 defensive line that we have. I mean, I heard Malcolm Kuntz was out there having a field day again. Didn't hear too much about Tyree Wilson. Interesting development, man. A salute to Vinny B. He said that Byron Young has looked pretty good out there early on, taking over that nose tackle, that defensive tackle position from John Jenkins. He hasn't been out there yet. I believe he was placed on the PUP list early on as well. I think they're kind of just, OG, veteran, playing it safe with him. But it sounds as though, look, we've been waiting to hear Byron Young's name, former 3rd-round pick out of Alabama. I mean? It looks as though he's been looking pretty good out there up to this point. I mean? And once again, the pads are not on you guys. But it's good to see because Byron Young has been taking this offseason very serious. I mean, we've seen him in the lab, in the gym, cooking up, trying to get right. There was multiple videos going across, Raider Nation, on social media, right? I was going to say viral, but to viral to us in Raider Nation, right? Major question mark. We've been asking, where is he at? Where's Matthew Butler? Right? Where are these guys that the previous regime, drafted across that defensive line? Well, we finally heard Byron Young's name out there, and it sounds as though he's looked pretty good in John Jenkins' absence. So that's a good thing. Sounds as though also Nate Hobbs was out there baking today. Always great to hear from our nickel corner out there, our starting nickel corner on his contract year. There was a lot of flowers being sent his way from some names that I've talked to out there, and also some beat writers tweeting away talking about Nate Hobbs also. So it looks as though he's looking good out there. That is a good sign. But yeah, you guys, Monday, day before the pads, and salute to Ant-Man on a $2 holler, man. I appreciate you, brother. Yes, we are back. It's always good to see that this defense is still levels ahead, because that is going to be our bread and butter this upcoming season. We are going to rely heavily on this defense, whether it's to keep us in games, win us games, get us over the top to win us some games. This defense is going to be the strength of this team. So to hear that they're out there continuing, and building on that momentum they had last year is a great sign. I'm not taking this as the offense is going to be ass, because once again, you guys, we've said this a million times. New system, Luke Getsy, James Craig, starters missing across the O-line. Oh, but Brock Bowers, once again, you guys, out there cooking. Michael Mayer out there cooking. This is going to be a phenomenal 1-2 punch at the tight end position. I'm hearing really good things about them. I've seen a few reps. Also, some videos were sent to me from some of you guys and some other people that are out there in California covering the team. This is no knock to Michael Mayer, because you guys know I love Michael Mayer. Right? I'm a Notre Dame guy. I love that we took him, that we moved up and got him in the 2nd round last year. But you see the difference between these two guys with their reps. I mean, Brock Bowers, just the quickness, the speed, the route running ability, just everything. Like, I love Michael Mayer. He's more of the traditional tight end. Brock Bowers, to me, is just like an athletic freak. You know what I mean? I'm seeing him run around, and I don't want to call him Darren Waller, because they're two totally different players, but the athleticism is on full display with Brock Bowers. There's a reason why we're so excited about this kid, our 1st-round pick that we took at 13 in this last draft, because, man, this guy looks totally different. Just a monster among men. I love to see this kid out there, putting his athleticism on full display. There's a total difference between him and a lot of these other guys out there. And once again, if you guys watched the Luke Getsy presser this morning, man, he talked about, the tight ends once again. He talked about the quarterback position, but he talked about Dylan Laube again, our guy. You know what I'm saying? Another guy, friend of the show, that we are excited about going into this season. They had a major emphasis on Dylan during that presser this morning when Luke Getsy approached the podium. A lot of Dylan Laube talk, and you love to see it. This guy is going to be a major weapon for us moving forward on the offensive side of the football. You love to see it. And once again, you see his tape, watch some of these videos on him online compared to the other guys out there, including my guy, Sincere McCormick. Zeus, he looks like a monster out there. Physically, he looks like he is just ready to go and just run through opposing defenses. But Dylan, man, he is going to be a phenomenal piece for us in the passing game and the running game. Salute to No, my guy, man. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'll wipe my feet, nation. How about you? Let's freaking go, man. Salute to my boy Santana on the $5 special, man. Salute to my guy Ben, man. Bowers will have 6 to 9 TDs. I love it, and I believe it. I believe it. I do. I'll go somewhere. I'll meet you in the middle right there, Ben. I'm gonna say 7 to 8. But I do believe he's gonna be a phenomenal piece for us moving forward, man. Salute to Deserator, man. Lobby's turning heads. Yes, man. He is that guy. And I was just talking. I'm gonna get him on the show, man, sooner than later, man. I think once they get a quick break with training camp, maybe I'll reach out to him this weekend and see if I can pull him up. We were talking about, the bye week, but I'm excited about Dylan, man. I want to bring him on earlier than that. And he was like, man, Graphk, whenever you want me on, let's get it going. So maybe I'll reach out to him this weekend and see if we can get him on the show at some point for a quick 30, 45 minutes and kind of break down the process out there at training camp at Costa Mesa. I think that'd be fun. Yeah, man. And he's going to be that dude, man. Trust and believe, man. Salute to my brother, Pastor Raider. Day one since day one. You ain't never lied, brother. Salute to my guy, man. Pastor Raider. Salute to LT also on becoming a member. I know you were one before. I think you're just renewing. Salute to my my dog, man. Appreciate you, brother, as always. If you guys want to become a member, hit the link. It's pinned up top. One of the best ways to support what we do over here. My brother Kane Town and Primos from the building. Salute to my guys as well. It's always good to see those guys in the chat. Raider Ramp, if Dylan really takes that role, it'll be really interesting to see what happens with Amir, who just resigned. I'm assuming, Ramp, that we're going to see a lot of special teams in Amir Abdullah's near future. I don't think that they're going to be able to keep Dylan off of the football field, especially in those third down situations. I don't see it. There's no way that just because he's the veteran, right, that you can look at him and say that compared to what Dylan is bringing to the table is the same at this point. Amir at one point, even at the collegiate level, I love watching him. He was explosive, injuries definitely derailed him a little bit. Actually a lot, you know what I mean? But I don't think there's any way that you can sell to the nation. And I'm saying this to AP, Luke Getsy, all these guys, how you can sell to us that you're going to put the veteran, you're going to value the veteran Amir Abdullah over Dylan Lobby at this point. And we'll see more when the pads come on, right? God forbid any injuries occur or anything like that. But you just can't sell this to me. Like Dylan is clear cut, the better player at this point. He's a lot younger. The youth movement is in full effect at the running back position, with him and Zeus. I know Alex Madison's technically a veteran, what I'm saying? But I want to see Amir, be that Brandon Bolden this year in special teams. The special teams ace that can still come out there and give you a few reps at the running back position. But I am excited, man, about Dylan, dude. Like, this dude is absolutely cooking at this point, man. LA, my guy, man. Salute to Crash Dog. I hope you had fun out there, brother. Love the pictures that you took. Salute to you for sending me some on Twitter, man. Appreciate you, brother. What's up, fam? Training camp is lit. You got the guys are flying around, making plays. Can't wait for the season to start. We were just talking about that, Crash. Max is out there running around like a rabid dog. You know what I mean? He is playing lights out. He's playing like his hair's on fire right now. You know what I mean? This is the way you go about your business. Your veterans, your captains, your leaders set the tone, and it just shines through the entire team, man. You know what I mean? Salute to Max. He's already out there doing his his handshakes with Jack Jones. They got a little special one. He got one also with Christian Wilkins. You love to see it. Our new defensive tackle that came over in free agency on that big $100 million deal. So, yeah, man, it's just exciting to see these guys out there excited to play some football. Salute to Crash Dog, my guy. CJ, my dude, man, member for 9 months, watching from Baltimore. MD King, let's go Raiders, man. Salute to my guy, CJ, as well. Primos, I love that you mentioned this because I kind of talked about it a little bit at the beginning of the show. I love it. I love it. They should be. If this defensive line was out there not dominating without JPJ out there, potentially 2 starters, right? Because Colton's our starting left tackle, and JPJ at this point is going to be one of our starting guards. Man, it would be a bad sign. I mean, come on, Max, Malcolm, Tyree. the list goes on. Christian Wilkins, if they weren't dominating at this point, I'd be very, very nervous. I'd be very nervous. So, look, it's going to take some time to put that all together, man, and get them to gel. You know what I mean? I am expecting this. So I'm not going to jump the gun and trip out and say we're going to have a terrible O-line. I was even, me and Sanjit were talking about this through text, and we're going to have our show tomorrow. Wasted probably won't be on with us, you guys, on the 12 Personnel podcast. It's just going to be me and Sanjit. I know Waste is out there on vacation right now. Salute to him. Big bro's having a ball, living his life. But we were hearing, things of Jordan Meredith out there getting some reps, at right guard, with him and Dylan Parham, kind of battling it out. So it's going to be interesting to see where this O-line is. And mind you guys, this is not me saying that Jordan Meredith is going to beat out, Dylan Parham by any means, right? The pads have not come on yet. Jordan Meredith is a versatile weapon that you can move up and cross the O-line. I think that's why we kept him around for so long. I just think that they're trying to give him some reps, kind of see what we have with him with this new regime in with James Craig and Luke Getsy. So don't look too much into it. I think that Dylan Parham is still going to be our starting right guard, and I think he's going to ball out this year and have a Pro Bowl type year. Salute to Elite. What's good with you, sis? If Lauby can pass protect, which he can, he will eat with the Mears snaps. Factory. I think that's a big part of Dylan's game that is underrated. I don't think a lot of people mention his pass protection. I think that he's one of the ones. Can he get better? Definitely. I mean, most people can, right? But I think that is definitely a part of his game that not a lot of people give him his flowers for. So salute to Elite. Demokes, my dog. It ain't a show without Aiden the Con-Man, O'Connell MVP incoming. Salute to my guy Demokes, man. And salute to Indiana Raider gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships, man. Salute to my dog Indiana. Appreciate you, brother. Zon, my brother's in the building as well. It's always good to see one of the GOATs in here. Indiana, I appreciate you. Salute to all the new members in the building because of Indiana. If you guys want to become a member, if you missed out, hit the link pinned up top. One of the best ways to support, once again, what we do over here. Crash Dog, special teams is going to be ridiculous this year. And I'm excited to hear from Tom McMahon this Wednesday with his presser. I'm excited because, just like you said, Crash, there's a ton of players that are fighting for roster spots. And a lot of their, the bread and butter is going to be special teams, whether that's Trey Taylor, our guy. Salute to my brother Trey. Whether that's even some veterans, like we said, Amir Abdullah. I think Palamau is going to still get some reps out there, special teams, even though he'll probably be the third safety. And I think we're going to see a lot of Palamau this upcoming season. But yeah, man, I am excited about this special teams unit. If Tom McMahon can put it all together, I think we're going to have a great unit out there. And that is a major piece of successful organizations. Is special teams. You got to have that on point. And I think we're going to be okay, man. Salute. And then we got, 2 of the best kickers in the league at their respective positions. So you already know. Let me see. I'm getting all kind of emails and stuff. Salute to No. My God, again, is Santana's in the building. Excited for Luke's offense, especially after Mick Dummy. Salute to my guy, Santana. I appreciate you, brother. Factory outlet, man. I'm excited. And what's crazy, man? His presser was very short. It was very short. There wasn't a lot to take from it. He kind of talked about, installments and, different looks. I believe that, the defense was kind of throwing at him, but it's still a little too early at this point. They're still working on installations. They're still trying to install this offense, trying to get the pieces together, while still having, battles at certain positions, But at this point, you guys, we cannot expect the offense to go out there and just cook. Like Luke said this morning in the presser, installations. They're still working on trying to install this thing and put it all together. So this is not going to be what the offense looks like coming up, when week 1 approaches. We'll start seeing a little more in 12 days, with our first preseason game in Minnesota, which is crazy, you guys. Raiders football is back next week. That is absolutely insane to say that out loud. We have football back next week. Crazy. Next weekend, we got football, y'all. Let's go. But we'll start to see, things start to fall into place, and kind of see what's what, But once again, y'all, do not freak out about, JPJ. They're being very cautious with him. You know, they want to make sure he's healthy and ready to go week 1. They're not just trying to throw him out there to the wolves. You know what I mean? And some of these other guys, John Jenkins, he'll be ready to go as well. You know, and Colton Miller with that surgery on their shoulder, he'll be fine. You know, I think he'll be ready to go soon. They're just playing it safe. They don't want him to get out there potentially, hurt himself even more where he can't play this upcoming season. Because look, without Colton, man, this offense looks totally different. Totally different. Dale, my guy, man. Hope you in good health. Be safe out here, man. Appreciate you, brother. You as well, King. Salute to my guy. That means a lot, brother. Salute. Let's get my guy, Big Al, super in the building. Salute, Graphk. What was your take on the whole? I gave my take, Big Al, and I'm done with that. You know what I mean? If you can, brother, run back the Coffee and Convo Friday. I don't want to talk about it anymore because I don't want to, put any negative energy into the world. I just think that Trey is young. I think he was having some fun with some fans. I think the fans were having some fun. And I don't think that there was anything wrong with anything. Some healthy rivalry banter, just talking some shit. That's how I look at it. And I think that everybody, once again, in like today's world, takes something so small and makes it so big and runs with it. So at the end of the day, we're having fun. We're having fun. Yes, Jenny. Yes. If it pops up while we're live, we'll definitely be watching any type of presser that's going to pop up. So let me see. I'm going to bring this up. Salute you guys. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you guys aren't subscribed yet, what are y'all waiting on, man? Hit that subscribe button. All right. We got Nate Hobbs, you guys, Brock Bowers, Jacorian Bennett, and Michael Mayer's presser coming up. So stay tuned. We will be live for that. We will be covering it. So stay tuned. I love it. Nate Hobbs, Brock. We get to finally hear Brock. I can already tell you guys how this is going to go, y'all. It's going to be a man of few words. Michael Mayer is going to be a little more. The personality is going to be on display a lot more. But I'm excited to see what Jacorian Bennett has to say as well, man. I'm hearing that he's out there, earning his reps as that corner 2 guy. And I believe there was 2 players, y'all, that were not out there today. I believe Tashawn Reed tweeted out earlier. Corner Brandon Faison was not out there. I don't know if this was just like a Veterans Day off or if he's dealing with something. And wide receiver Tulu Griffin was not available today as well, which sucks because I want to see him get as many reps as possible because I do believe he could potentially win one of those wide receiver spots and also be our kick returner. With that new rule in place, I can definitely see Tulu out there cooking. Also, salute to Vic Tafur, man. There was a play, I believe, at the end of practice today, you guys, where Minshew hit Trey Tucker on a deep ball. It technically would have came back. It would have been a Max Crosby sack. I believe he got 2 hands on him. But you love to see it, man. At least he's starting to build a rapport with his receivers. Technically, it would have been a sack. Max would have got that. But, hey, to see Gardner Minshew throw the deep ball, he's starting to build that chemistry with Trey Tucker. You love to see it. Also, he did say O'Connell had some decent results against the second team. So the offense did end on a solid note. But once again, the defense did dominate today. So there you have it. Let me get these supers in real quick, y'all. Salute to everybody here in the building. I know I'm behind, but I appreciate you guys as always. Salute to Foxy. We're expecting a big year from Kuntz. This is facts. So let's extend him now. In a division with Mahomes and Herbert, in a conference with Jackson, Burrow, and Allen, we can't afford not to extend him. I agree with you, Foxy, but I think it takes 2 to tango, right? I don't know if the Raiders want to go out there and pay him like a top edge rusher yet. And I think that, Malcolm Kuntz and his representation are probably saying, let's go out there, show that we can continue to build on what we had last year, and then we can ask for big money. Do I believe that Malcolm Kuntz will be that second edge rusher moving forward for a long time? Yes, I do. But it does take 2 to tango. And I don't know if Malcolm Kuntz's representation is saying, let's just play it out a little bit. Let's wait and see because we want more money. We want what we deserve. And I think the Raiders are saying, hey, let's play this thing out a little bit. Let's see where we go. Maybe the first 4 or 5 games of the season, see if Malcolm can continue that trajectory upwards. And then maybe they can sit at the table and get to bargain it again. But I think both sides are saying, let's play this out. Let's be patient. Let's see where it goes. Because I think Malcolm wants to get top dollar, and rightfully so. And I think the Raiders would pay him, everything that he deserves if he can continue doing what he was doing last year. So it does take 2 to tango. And I think that they're kind of playing the waiting game in terms of seeing if he can continue his way up. But I'm going to tell you this, he will. Everybody keeps saying that Malcolm is out there balling and doing his thing, and he's just year in and year out, he's gotten better. His career has just slowly but surely gotten to where it is now. This is where I thought he would be coming out of Buffalo when we took him in the 3rd round. You know what I mean? So I agree with you, Foxy, but I do think that everybody's being a little patient and just seeing where this goes. But if I had to be a betting man, I think that him and Nate Hobbs will be the first guys, to get that extension, to get those extensions. You know what I mean? Divine Diablo has been put on notice. I think Tommy Eichenberg and Luke Masterson and some of these other young guys, that they're gonna go out there and fight for that second linebacker spot opposite of Robert Spillane. And Merrick, man, I love Merrick. I think he's gonna have a big year this year, but that safety room to me is so deep. I don't know if you want to pay him top safety money, but we shall see. We shall see. Salute to Foxy once again on the $10 donation. I appreciate you. Salute to Chris for Raiders. No need to panic. Offenses usually are 1 or 2 steps behind the defense at the start. Yes, this is facts. Facts, Chris. That's why I'm not stressing about any of this. Look, the defense is supposed to be dominating right now, and I love it. Salute to Chris, man, my guy on the $5. Top, my dog, man. I appreciate you, brother. One of the GOATs and my brother, man, in real life. Salute to my guy, man. I appreciate you, brother. Gifting 10 OLV Raiders Network membership. Salute to my dog, one of the GOATs over here. And salute to all the new members in the chat because of Top Beats. My guy, man. Justice, which quarterback will look better in your opinion in the preseason with the vanilla play calling? That's going to be, you know what? This may be a hot take. That's a phenomenal question, Justice. I'm going to say Gardner Minshew. You're playing against 2s, 3s, 4s, right? And he's going to go out there and he's going to make some big plays. He's going to go out there and make some exciting plays with his legs. And everybody in the nation is going to be like, holy shit. Like, maybe, we need him as quarterback one. It's more of the sexy type quarterback out there, special teams playing against the 2s, 3s, and 4s. So personally, I think it may be Gardner Minshew. I do. And then we're going to have another uproar within the nation and the fan base of he needs to be the starter over Aiden and so on and so forth. So I think Minshew's going to go out there and cook. And I think Anthony Brown is going to go out there and make some splash plays also. And people are going to be like, holy shit, he needs to make the roster. It's the preseason against a bunch of backups trying to make these, these rosters with their respective organizations. So, those guys that can utilize their legs more, the Anthony Browns of the world, the Gardner Minshews, I think it's going to be fun to watch those guys. During preseason. Salute to Justice. Salute to Santana on a $5 special once again. I appreciate you. Yes, man, Top, the chat is cooking today. Salute to everybody here in the building. With all these weapons on offense, our guys should be wide open. No diddy. Salute to Santana, and I agree with you. With Trey Tucker's speed and him being able to take the top off the defense, it's only going to open up, the field for the likes of Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer, Devontae and all these other guys, Jacoby, which Luke Getsy praised during his presser again today. Everybody's praising Jacoby. You were definitely right, King. And those running backs coming out of the backfield in the passing game, the Dylans of the world, potentially Alex Madison, as well. And then maybe Amir Abdullah. So salute to Santana. 10 Commandments, my dog. Appreciate you on the 10-piece special. And salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history, y'all. We are sitting right here waiting for the presser with Nate Hobbs, Brock Bowers, Jacorian Bennett, and Michael Mayer. So stay tuned. We will be watching that as a family together. So stay tuned for that. All right, salute to 10. I think it's nice that the defense is giving our offense the max. Pun intended. Practice must be tougher than the game. Mental discipline is being established. Quarterbacks are learning good decision making. Factory. Salute the 10 Commandments on a great $10 special. But this is facts. It's always tougher when you're trying to build that rapport. You're trying to figure out these new systems. The Thayer Mumfords of the world, your first year playing, potentially being a starting right tackle when you got to go against Max Crosby every rep. It's definitely tough out there, right? It is. But I'm excited to see what these guys look like next week when we start going into Minnesota and preparing ourselves for that first preseason game. Salute the 10 Commandments. But that's a great, Chris, that was a great one. I think it's nice that the defense is giving our offense the max. Factory. That's the only way they're going to learn. I literally tweeted that out, 10 Commandments, a few minutes ago, a few minutes before the show, that Max going all out is only going to make Thayer Munford that much better. It's only going to prepare him, for some of these top edge rushers that he's going to face this upcoming season. Everybody knows, and Max knows, you got Khalil Mack and Bosa and TT on the menu with the Chargers. You got, Denver. They, their defense, kind of took a turn for the worse last year, but they usually, have field a phenomenal defense. We got the Kansas City Chiefs. They got some young, really good edge rushers out there as well. So Thayer needs to be prepared, for week one. And it's only gonna happen if he's facing the likes of a Max Crosby day in and day out of practice. Let me see. Richard says, if Laube is not the running back 2, I don't think it will take long to pass Marion for the 2 spot. I think you mean Alex Madison, Hardy. That's what I think you mean. And look, man, Alex Madison is very familiar with Luke Getsy's scheme. Played for the Minnesota Vikings, played against them twice a season. I think they're going to have the veteran, and rightfully so, going to the season being that running back 2. Now, Dylan, I think, needs to start off, and he said it even on the show, give him all those special team reps. Let him go out there and earn those reps. But also, I think he is going to be that third down back from day one. I think so. So at the end of the day, man, this is going to be a committee of running backs. So I technically don't want to do this whole running back 1, running back 2, running back 3 thing. I think they're all going to have, a great amount of reps this upcoming season because Luke likes to keep his running backs fresh. I don't think this is going to be a workhorse type of situation like these previous seasons under Josh Jacobs, being the lead back. So I think we all kind of get caught up in that, Rich, with this running back 1, running back 2, running back 3 thing. I'm excited to see all these guys go out there and just earn their reps. But if we had to do the numbers game, it would probably be Zeus 1, Alex Madison 2, and Dylan Laube 3 at this point. Salute to the Mokes, man, my guy, man. Get your workout in, King. Salute to my boy Deo. Once again, I dislike how mainstream media covers AOC. It's obvious they never watched all the tape. He can make every throw, and this is facts. Show resilience and high IQ. There's no reason he couldn't have a high ceiling. Factory outlet, my brother. Deo. But once again, we can talk about this day in and day out, right? The mainstream media knows that we go to bat for all of our players. We're one of the only teams in the NFL, you guys, and this is facts, that should be able to say we. What I mean by that is we got a game on Sunday. We got practice tomorrow. It's different with us and with this fan base. I believe Matt Millen said that a while ago too, like the fans are a part of this team. You know what I'm saying? So they know that we are going to jump out the window for these guys. So they're always gonna do this. Okay, let me see. Presser is on, you guys. Michael Mayer, hold on real quick.
Really, the 2 tight ends last year, Cole Fotheringham, who's still here, Jesper Horsted, who's playing for the Saints.
Michael Mayer is at the podium.
Monday night during the season, we'd go to yoga, and I kind of just took a couple things from there, and I'll just do it by myself in my backyard or in my house or whatever. Yeah, it's awesome.
He's having fun, man. His confidence is growing.
Day 1 of week 2 for you and for the group.
The tight end group, the offense, just the team. Yeah, it's great. There's definitely things we need to get better at. There's no doubt. Offense, defense, everything. But we're out there working hard. That's all you can ask for, really. Work hard, know what you're supposed to be doing, and play to the best of your ability.
Like they say, iron sharpens iron. Working against that defense, we can see them. They're flying around out there.
Oh, yeah.
It's problematic sometimes for the offense, but in the long run, do you think that benefits you? And what are your thoughts of that defense?
I think, number one, when you have pads on, it benefits us tremendously because, that's one of the best defenses we're going to see all year long. And having Crosby flying around, Malcolm, Devine, Spill, it's a Tyree. It's a really, really fast defense. Crosby, his twitch, his ability to kind of get skinny through holes, things like that.
Pause.
It's fun to go against, but it's really, really hard to go against. And so you really got to focus on that. You really got to kind of key in on details. What am I doing here? What's my positioning here? Things like that. But yeah, it's going to be really fun tomorrow, starting with day one of full pads.
Let's go.
The fact that the offensive line and yourself in blocking can kind of fight back now a little bit. Does that change things a little bit?
Facts.
Yeah, it's a little difficult when you only got shells on or you only got helmets on for sure.
We're just talking about that.
Also, when you got the shoulder pads on, I mean, you're getting your hands inside. You can grab. You can kind of leverage yourself and things like that. So I'm really excited to kind of get full pads on and really see, offense against defense. Let's go. I think they're going to throw the ball out there and let us play.
You're an old school type football player. So tomorrow, is that like Christmas Day for you?
Yeah. I mean,
not going to happen, Evil.
There's things that I want to work on a lot that I only really get to work on when we have full pads on. So now it's kind of like, okay, let's kind of lay it all out here. What do I need to get better at? Now let's really dig in and get better at it. We got full pads on. Nobody's stopping me from doing anything.
Not trying to get too, schematical, but you and the rest of the tight ends are doing a lot of motions, a lot of moving around, kind of being in different spots. When you look at this offense with Luke Getsy, what are some of the benefits that you've really started to notice within this offense for tight ends?
Yeah, the first thing is you always get a man zone read, no matter what. If it's a pass, you always get a man zone read. The defense really doesn't know what's coming because we're always moving, we're always shifting, we're always motioning, things like that. So, the defense can bring a call in, and me and Brock are on the right side, and we're shifting to the left side, and they're not really going to know which way we're going or what we're doing or anything like that. So it's a really big help for the offense in terms of the O-line and the tight ends being able to block because you can kind of catch the defense off sides a little bit.
You feel like the tight ends have a little bit more in this offense than maybe you had last season?
Yeah, I don't really remember much of last season. Honestly, I kind of put that behind me. I'm really looking forward to this camp. I'm really looking forward to Getsy's offense.
I love it.
Steck's done a tremendous job with the tight ends. Tremendous. Me, Brock, Harrison, Cole, Shank, Zach. Everybody's just ready to work, and it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun, and this offense is awesome. I love this offense very much.
You and Brock are competing just like Gardner and Aiden, but you two communicate a lot. It seems like you've been able to build a good relationship even though you're competing. Is that accurate?
You have to. If you're running a lot of 12 personnel, the Y and the F have to communicate or it's never going to work out.
Right.
And look, I mean, the first day Brock got there in the spring, I told him, dude, look, we're in this thing together now. We got to talk. We got to communicate. It's not going to work out if we don't. So yeah, we're out there talking all the time. Yeah.
Luke Getsy said he noticed you guys also like talking to the receivers as well and kind of, if the guys are lined up correctly, things of that nature. Do you think that's kind of part of you getting?
Oh, thank you, bro. That means
that's our job. That's the tight end's job. Look, we all got to be legal, right? If we're on the ball, the wide receiver needs to be off. If we're off, the wide receiver needs to be on. And it's our job from the inside of the formation to look out and check what the receiver's doing and, make sure we're legal, get the playoff.
Do you have a favorite part of this offense yet, or not quite yet, as far as your favorite part of what the offense?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think just my favorite part is that we get to do a lot as tight ends. We get to catch the ball, get to block 98 a lot, which is a lot of fun, and a lot of pass pro, which I'm still getting better at and still learning a lot. But pass pro, I didn't do much of it in college, and, it's something that I've kind of taken on this year, and I'm going to be doing a ton of. So I need to get better at it.
Michael, is there a motto or something that the tight end group does like every practice, week in and week out, that kind of defines this group?
I wouldn't necessarily say there's a motto. I'd maybe say there's a play style. I mean, we just try to work tremendously hard. And
weird question.
Well, the first thing is we're always finishing. So, you see us out there, whether it be helmets, pads, full pads, whatever. As the running back's going or as Aiden or Gardner throw the ball to somebody, we always want to finish 10 yards down the ball. We're just chasing it down. You never know. It could be a touchdown block. It could be a fumble. You're going to recover the fumble, things like that. So we always try to run at least 10 yards. And that's something Steck's kind of been pretty hard on us on. It's been awesome.
You'll have an opportunity to spend a few days with all of your teammates, away from everything. How has that been for you and just getting to know the rest of the members?
Yeah. This draft class has been awesome, number one. And then number two, I would say this is a very, very close-knit team. There's no doubt about it. Like, we battle out there. There's a bunch that we battle out. But then after practice, Epps will come up to me. Morig will come up to me. Max will come up to me and be like, hey, what was this play? What was this? I'll ask them the same things. Like, what did you see here? What did you see there? So it's like we're like – AP kind of hates this word, but we're enemies when we're out there. But, like, we're not enemies at all off the field. We communicate, we talk, and we try to make each other better. That's what this is about, So we got a really good team.
I love it, man.
Keeping in mind the whole, your enemies on the field tomorrow when those shoulders go on. And I know there's been a lot of, conflict within not conflict, but like just talking to each other and stuff. How do you feel about it going in tomorrow?
Yeah, it's going to be offense enemies against the defense tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. And if you ask 98, he would say the same exact thing for sure.
About you and Brock, obviously, but what has Harrison brought to the mix? And it seems like a very deep group overall as far as the tight end room goes.
Yeah, Harrison's been great, man. Harrison, his skill set, he can do it all. He can do it all, and that's what he did with the Browns, and that's what he's kind of done here. He can play Y, he can play F. He can block just like I can block. He can get his hands dirty in the dirt. He's been a great addition. Positive attitude, leader, all the things you want in a dude that's in his 4th or 5th year. You want him in your room, in our tight end room. I mean, this is one of the best tight end rooms I've been around.
I asked Tyree this question a couple of days ago. Obviously, you, him, Ja'Cory, and Trey, you all came up together in the same draft class. Can you just talk about, the not necessarily the added pressure, but how much do you embrace, your class going from trying to just make it on the team, get through, day in, day out last year to now being big contributors this year?
Yeah. Our team's going to need us. I mean, it really comes down to that. Our team's going to need us. That's why this organization drafted us last year, to play ball, to do it to the best of our ability and to help the team win games. We need W's, we want to be in the W column. So, we learned a lot last year. We all did. The 4 names you named, we definitely learned a lot. And now it's kind of time to come back, refocus, re-energize ourselves, and kind of get ready to play ball for a new year, year 2. Year 2 is obviously a really big jump. And, I think we're all going to take really big jumps.
JB seems to have really found himself. Would you talk about his emergence, please?
Yeah, I think this offseason, he kind of took it upon himself to really just focus in, lock in, strengthen everything. He strengthened. I mean, I see him in the rehab room all the time doing everything. And that's great to see. He needs to stay healthy. He wants to stay healthy, and he's quicker, he's faster, he's more confident. It's great to see. He's gonna ball out. He's gonna have a great year.
Let's do one more.
You talked about you talked about what the stretching did for speed and things like that. What about for health? And did it help you at the end of last year to get healthier when you went into the offseason? And what do you think it does long-term for health?
Yeah, and that's sort of where it started in the first place. Was I need to stay healthy. It wasn't really about trying to run faster or be able to cut more or whatever. I need to stay healthy. And the thing for me was keep my lower back, it's at least tight as possible, my groins, my hammies, everything. And that's what was loosening me up and made me feel the best. Ice baths, cold baths, hot tub, things like that. And I'm in the rehab room a lot. I see JB in there, telling I'm in there a lot with him. So I'm doing everything I can to stay healthy. And it is what it is. That's kind of where I'm at right now in my career.
You said that you and Brock were having a conversation a year ago. You're an energetic guy. He, by his own admissions, a little quieter. Are you finding yourself dominating the conversations or having to draw some out of him a little bit?
He's a little bit more talkative on the field than he is off the field because he needs to be. He has to be. So I kind of force him to be talkative out there. But he's been a great dude in the room, and I'm definitely more talkative than he is. But there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe that's why that's why we have a good match of 1, 2, and 11 and 12 and things like that. The Y and F.
I love it, man.
Thanks, guys.
You see the difference with him in year 1 and year 2 already with the confidence, even speaking with the media, talking about his teammates. You know what I mean? Like you can tell, man, that the mayor's going to be one of those leaders in his locker room very, very soon, if not already. He's one of those guys, man, blue chip type player. And now we have Ja'Cory and Bennett, our quarter 2 in the building. Talk that shit, JB.
A few different people have talked about, last season you came in really confident, and maybe the rookie season didn't go how you wanted it to, but they say you kind of rediscovered that confidence this offseason. What do you think kind of went into that for you? So
I wouldn't say that I lost my confidence. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I know who I am and I know what I can do. Things happen, you learn from them, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna continue to get better each and every day and just strive for excellence.
You are really playing at a high level in this camp, Ja'Cory, and obviously, I mean, you're smart. You know how you're playing. What do you give the biggest reason for your ascension?
Just experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, came into this camp, I know what to expect. I knew what my weaknesses were, so I just tried to strengthen those weaknesses and make my strengths even stronger. And just continue to just be who I am. And just never forget that I'm a dog. I'm always be a dog. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So you were one of the guys that pretty much spent the off season in Vegas, and then you really did a lot of work physically to improve yourself.
He's in really good shape right now. Pause if necessary.
Just really training with my boy D Hodges. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of getting me right. just kind of talking to me, really just kind of getting the mental side right. But man,
heard that name
honestly,
a lot this offseason.
I'm a person I like to do everything right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to do everything in my power to be the best version of myself. So at the end of the day, I won't have no regrets. So that's kind of how I went by my offseason.
When you look around you, Nate Hobbs, Jack Jones, Trayvon Merrick, Marcus Epps, it's the makings of a really good secondary. You know, they've talked about, okay, they have an open cornerback spot in and around that.
Yeah.
How important is it for you to tell people and to show people that you're that guy for that job?
Great question.
Yeah, like honestly, I ain't really trying to show anybody anything, honestly, because my teammates know what I can do. They know who I am. They see the work I put in, and you know, they believe in me, and I believe in myself. So, you know, like I feel like at the end of the day, like if your teammates believe in you, like why you can't believe in yourself? So
That's all that matters.
You guys have been flying around out there. Does it give you, you know, does it kind of an indicator of how good the secondary can be?
Oh yeah, everybody said, you know what I'm saying, like with Nate, you know, Jack, like you said, Elps, Trey, all those boys, like, man, they bring a different type of swagger, you know what I'm saying? And like that energy, we can all feed off of it, and it's all contagious. And so, you know, you see Jack make a play, you know, I'm trying to make a play. I make a play, Nate trying to make a play. So, you know, it just kind of keep going on and on. So, you know, like that's just good energy to be around.
Trey, baby, let's go.
Whether it's been from a teammate or from a coach or whoever, what do you think has been the biggest piece of advice you've received this offseason going to your second year that you think will benefit you the most?
Man, just be who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, never forget that. Like, man, I've been through so much, you know, from on Star 1 year high school, going JUCO, you know, playing at Maryland. Like, you know, a lot of people counted me out, but at the end of the day, like, I can't forget where I came from, how far I've came, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know, like, man, like I'm here for a reason. And so I'm going to continue to strive for excellence and be the best version of myself.
JB, is there something that the secondary, you know, does, whether it's a motto or something week in and week out that this group lives by and kind of identifies you all?
Why is she asking this?
Honestly,
who is this?
Be dogs and get the ball. At the end of the day, just be dogs and get the ball. Like, you get the ball, get the offense more chances to score, run the score up, and just be dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to make people fear us. And so, like, that's the plan.
JB, I am not insinuating there was any attitude issue last year, but you certainly seem to be having a lot more fun. How much easier is the game of football when it slows down and you're able to play again?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like, you know, you see it like so much to where like slows down, like that experience. I was kind of saying, you know, like experience goes a long way. And like with me, like, you know, like once it slowed down, I can just be who I am and just, you know, just do what I do at the end of the day. And so it's definitely been fun camp for sure.
What's it like back there playing behind Max and the D line? It's the best day practice, actually. You kind of dominated a little bit today.
Man.
Let's go.
Eat. You know what I'm saying? Like 94, 98, 51.
Yep.
All those boys. Tyree. Like, man, they dogs. It's fun. You know what I'm saying? And you really got covered that long. So, it's definitely. I'm speechless on that. Like, we got dogs up there. So, it's definitely going to be fun this year.
There was a play back here in the end zone today where you walked over to Camryn and we're talking to him. For you, being a sophomore, do you just take leadership down naturally now, helping the rookie?
Man, I'm always a leader. Like, everybody kind of say I'm quiet, you know what I'm saying, kind of always to myself. But, you know, if I see something, you know, I'm going to talk to him. And, like, that's kind of how I was in college. And, like, you know, like, I just feel like I get knowledge and I just want to pass it down. Like, that's the best way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge is power. So,
facts.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be a good teammate at the end of the day.
Early on this question, but full pads tomorrow. How exciting is it just to put the pads on and kind of go head to head with everybody?
No, it's exciting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, offense, they talk a lot of talk, you know what I'm saying? Talking about just wait till we put pads on, but I feel like it's just gonna make it better for us. You know what I'm saying? We can really put our hands on them. And so, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, y'all go see.
You say they talk. The defense is making plays, but you're also letting them know that you're making plays out there. You've been in on that too. Like, is that part of just getting comfortable and like feeling yourself and showing yourself what you're doing out there?
Yeah, like, you know, like when we run to the ball, it's gonna be a part at the ball. You know, and like when you run to the ball, some good gonna happen. And so, you know, when you make plays, you gotta have excitement because I feel like it's also like with football. You know, of course you gotta win physically, but you know it's a mental game too, though. So, you know, when people see you kind of cheering and they kind of start thinking about what they're doing, you know. So, it's just fun, man. Energy's contagious, and we just go keep building on it.
Well, you talked about lessons learned last year.
No disrespect to Shorty at all.
You learned from your rookie year.
God,
man, just trust my journey. You know what I'm saying? Just be where my feet are, and don't compare myself to nobody else. You know, because my journey is my journey. You know, I'm gonna go through things that people probably haven't been through. And so, I'm just going to continue to learn from those things and just keep stacking days at the end of the day.
There you go.
Thanks, Jacory.
There's no disrespect. Like it could be you stupid Mo Money. No, I'm not a misogynist. Look, man, I love the equal opportunity. I love that there's women up there's but if you got to know the verbiage, you got to know the game. Like those are questions that are being asked from someone that you can tell does not know the game. Like it's like saying, how do you feel? No, you're gonna go out there and just, you're gonna have the football in your hands again. Like what are we doing here? Like ask. I feel like you should have some people in the building that know football. That's no disrespect. Hey man, look, more power to her. Like, you know what I mean? There's no disrespect at all. I just feel like it's like, how do you feel? You get to go out there and catch the football again tomorrow. And what are they called again? Touchdowns. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? Like, come on, let's get some people in there that know the verbiage and understand the sport, and you know what I mean, and really grew up loving this game and playing it. It's just nasty work, but much respect to her. That's just, I don't get that shit. Like, you asked the same question to like two different guys. Thank God that the other two guys that are coming up are from the same positions, so she can't ask this question again, y'all. She can't. Brock Bowers, she already asked Michael Mayer, right? And now we have Nate Hobbs coming in. Can't ask him too, because it's the same unit. So thank God we're not going to hear the motto question. Now, if we do, I'm just going to end the live. We're out of here. Fuck this shit. Show over. Everybody have a great day. And I'm going to go mind my business elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? So, but no disrespect. I mean, if Vinny did that, I'd be like, what are we doing? If Uncle Hondo was saying it, I'd be like, come on, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? So no disrespect. And people saying Jacorian is short, man, he's 5'11", 6 foot. He's the same height as me, man. That's come on. 5'11", 6 foot. Y'all acting like he a midget or something, man. Quit disrespecting. Quit disrespecting your corner two, man. I'm expecting big things, pause if necessary, from JB this upcoming season. Real talk. Jenny, oh, it's all love. Yeah, like how does it feel to try to take away the ball? It's nasty work. Hashtag no disrespect. We still have Nate Hobbs and Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers approaching the podium. So stay tuned for that, you guys. We will be covering the last two players to hit the podium for this presser. So stay tuned for that. What are we feeling thus far, man? I think JB, he has the right approach. He's like, look, don't really have too much to say, kind of soft spoken. I'm gonna go out there and let my play speak for itself. And then his eyes lit up when they mentioned the defensive line. Like his eyes lit up when he mentioned, he mentioned Max, he mentioned Malcolm, he mentioned Christian, Tyree. They know what they have in that defensive line. And Jack Jones said it the other day on his presser as well, that these old linemen are going to have like 3 seconds to get this shit together. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to keep hearing how powerful this defensive line is, man. It's going to be fun to watch these dudes continue to just dominate opposing offensive linemen week in and week out. It's going to be fun, man. I believe so, Goldie. I do. I think that JB is going to be that corner too. Faison is not out there, I believe, at camp today. I don't know if he showed up later. I do believe that Tashawn Reed put out a tweet earlier that Brandon Faison was not out there. I don't know if it's injury related. I don't know if it's a kind of a veteran kind of day off. I don't know what it is in terms of Brandon Faison and why he's not out there. But all signs are pointing towards Jacorian Bennett taking that corner 2 spot. And I wouldn't be shocked if DeCameron Richardson ends up, taking Brandon Faison's spot sometime this upcoming season, man. I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked at all. Hearing really, really good things about DeCameron Richardson early on in his first rookie offseason. The measurables are there. The skill set is there. It's just, can Graham and these guys and company unlock, his full potential? We shall see. But I'm hearing really good things about Richardson already. So we shall see. Let me see. Yes, I love the way Bennett said that he is a leader. I've always been a leader. Talk that shit. One Nation. Brandon who? That dude's a myth. Yeah, we haven't seen him in like 3 years. Played for us, became a free agent, went to Indianapolis. We picked him back up after that season. He was on IR all last year pretty much. And then we brought him back brought him back. Oh, now he's back, healthy. So, well, hopefully. So we shall see. Salute to Raider Ramp. My God, the nation has to be patient with the O. Growing pains will be there early in the early weeks. FYOC and quarterback. Trust the talent, the process, and the starting quarterback. Salute to my guy, Raider Ramp. This is facts, bro. Facts. First year offensive coordinator with our team and first year quarterback in this system. Facts. Cruising all day, man. I appreciate you, brother. That means a lot to me, man. The membership family continues to grow because of you guys. Salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history. Once again, I appreciate y'all. As always, wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you missed out on the 5 memberships, hit the link. It's pinned up top. Trust and believe. It definitely helps us keep the lights on over here at OLV Raiders Network, man. Salute to my guy cruising all day, man. Appreciate you, brother. Real talk. Salute to my brother Top Beats, the GOAT, man. Yes. We are waiting, you guys, for Brock Bowers to approach the podium. And once again, we have Nate Hobbs, who I'm hearing had a dominant showing today at training camp the day before the pads come on. J-Ro, you could be right, brother. Maybe you're on to something. We've said this since day one that they want to see what they have out there first. But it's just, it's still a little nerve-wracking knowing that, let's just say Jacorian wins the corner 2 spot. It's a little nerve-wracking that you have to rely on a Brandon Faison that pretty much missed all last year and hasn't had a great career up to this point by any means. And that's no knock on him. I'm just being honest. And then you have 2 rookies in MJ Devonshire and Richardson. But I do believe regardless of anything, Ro, at some point they're going to add a veteran. They are going to add a veteran. I cannot see in any world where we don't add another veteran to that room. And maybe it isn't a Stephon Gilmore. Maybe it isn't the big name, splashy name. It could be an Adoree Jackson that can come in from day one and already know what's expected of him because of, the experience under Patrick Graham. Yeti, my dog, man. My boy. Salute to my guy. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, Jay, this is facts. Salute to my brother Jason Hunter. Amit was short, but he was a dog. Facts. I think the Lions got them one. The Lions got them one. I think Amit is going to go out there and cook. Boomer bust kind of player, you know what I'm saying? But they have some good safeties. They got some good corners out there. They're building that defensive lineup to be one of them ones. I think that's going to definitely benefit Amit out there in Detroit, especially with that coaching staff. They have a phenomenal coaching staff out there. Let me see. Mondo, I did not, man. I tried to go out there and get on the sticks. They wanted no smoke at all. And mind y'all, man, I don't play video games like that. You know what I mean? But I definitely was thinking about going out there and trying to get down. All the controllers were took. The TVs were took. All the kids was like, nah. So I sat my ass outside and I took it upon myself to get me an hour to be able to breathe and smoke a cigar and have me a beer. You know what I mean? So they had fun in that gamer truck, man. They had fun. They definitely had fun. Salute to you, Mondo. Appreciate you for asking, brother. My sons definitely had a great birthday. Real talk. They got to hit a water park. The gamer truck was sitting outside when we pulled back up to the house. You know what I mean? And they're getting new phones. I just bought them a whole new wardrobe for school. I am broke. Hey, telling y'all now, in today's climate, financially, if y'all ain't ready for it, do not have kids. Real talk. My sons, bro, they are cooking my pockets. I just had to buy him shoulder pads yesterday, mouth guard. You know what I mean? All the pads and stuff that he wants to go out there and look all fly and shit. You know what I mean? So man, look, it's nasty work out here in these streets. That is Indiana. That is exactly what he is. He's just a mauler, bro. He's just a mauler. Like that's one guy with Dylan that you can't just look at his measurables and say, he ain't that one. They highs, baby. Let's go. And he caught that water like a goat.
Nate, you've had an extremely impressive camp
Congrats,
so far.
brother.
I'd like to talk. It seems to me you're even a little bit more physical this year than even last year. Is that just because there's no pads, or is that something you've worked on adding to your game?
I mean, that's just me as a person. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I get to go out there and be physical and be me, I'm gonna take that chance.
You guys are flying around defensively.
They look like he just came off the field.
It makes it life difficult for the offense. I know you guys are trying to get better, but also by doing that, you feel like you can help the offense get better in the long run.
Absolutely. I feel like in camp, like your main goal is to beat the people across me, whether it's your team, whether it's your teammates or another team, you know what I'm saying? When it's a goal, it's a goal. When we activate it. So I feel like just giving the defense, the offense all type of looks while we working on our things, just making everybody better.
How much are you looking forward
Receiver
to put pads on tomorrow, making it a little more real?
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very fun. That's how I see it. All fun.
Nick, day one of week 2, how did it feel today for you, your group, the whole team?
I think we came out every day. I think our team as a collective unit has been coming out with a different focus. You see it in the building. The coaches talk about it. Staff talks about it. And we know it as players. You can see it in each other's eyes when we come out here. It's competitive yet fun, yet it's a seriousness, you know what I'm saying, that we have on the field. So it's just a great mix.
You had a sequence, I think it was 3 straight plays where you batted the ball down. It was kind of earlier in practice.
3 straight.
How important is it you not just defending, but also making plays on balls like that?
See what you said, batted the ball down. Yeah. We don't need that.
Yeah,
I don't need that, you know what I'm saying? I dropped the pick across the middle, and that's game-changing play, not only for me, but for us as a team, you know what I'm saying? So we're not happy with deflections and pass breakups, and I know I speak for the defense when I say that too.
What's been your impression of the tight ends so far? Obviously, there's a lot of them. They're also a big part of the offense.
I think our tight ends are going to be huge for us. I think that's a big. We got leverage on when it comes to that against other teams. We got a lot of different tight ends that do different things, whether it's pass blocking, whether that's possession catch, whether we got big play guys, we got guys who do things with the ball in their hands. So I think we got a whole lot of versatility right there.
How much of a step up did you see from Ja'Cory in this offseason, and what's he look like out there, and how big is it for the defense if he can play at that level?
I just think I don't like how the media, even, you know what I'm saying, some of you guys, y'all attack JB, you know what I'm saying, and I'm going to say right now that JB's going to be really pivotal for us, and I really don't want to see, you know what I'm saying, you guys attacking him like y'all are. So, you know, he's a great player.
Nate.
Young, but he has a drive that you don't see in people his age. So, great player, great man also, you know what I'm saying. I feel like he's going to be very pivotal for us.
There was a play today, Nate,
on their helmets.
right down the middle of the field fast, and you weren't covering him, but when the play was over, you just kind of looked over and I saw you. I mean, for his size, are you shocked at his speed?
Absolutely. I had no clue. Usually, you know what I'm saying, I get on the tight end, I could be like a let off or, you know, jog a little bit, turn it on. But with him, you got to be locked in because he's different. He's a physical specimen.
Seeing out of Devontae early in camp.
Devontae is Devontae. You know what I'm saying? Tay is Tay.
Yeah.
And I'm just –
why would you ask that?
Blessing for me and all the other guys to get to go against a Hall of Famer like that. You know what I'm saying? He adds just a different aura to not only the offense but our team as a whole. Great guy.
Get a chance to watch the show on Netflix, Receiver, and see his start.
I watched a little bit of it, not too much.
His reaction to some of the things that happened last year on the sideline. And
OakLosVegas.com, baby.
That's ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that Netflix series, you know what I'm saying? They did what they did, and
why are they bringing that back up?
The media likes to cut parts and only show you, you know what I'm saying, certain parts. They don't show you all of the positive or all of the negative, but it depends on what they want to show. But Tay's an amazing, like I said, amazing teammate, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, that they made him look.
You guys have a model in the cornerback room?
As a team.
What would the cornerbacks look like if they got a Netflix show on cornerbacks?
Turn. They don't want to do that.
You guys brought Jack in midway through last season. How important is it to start the foundation with him from day one, setting that tone on that defense?
The type of player Jack is, from the first day he stepped on our defense,
The first practice, he set the tone. He caught like 2 picks his first practice with us. So I already knew what type of player he was going to be, but he just continues to amaze me. You know what I'm saying? With the things he does and the way he can like lock in and turn up. Because once he's activated, I think he's a top 5 cornerback in this league. That's me. You know what I'm saying?
Continues to just make plays. Obviously,
Jack.
Dylan Labe, the rookie, 23.
Yes, sir.
And he just continued to make plays, and we're going to learn a lot once the pad goes on. But what have you thought of him early?
I think he has a very fast twitch, and I feel like he has a good understanding of the plays and his role on this team. So I like what I've seen.
Seems like you guys have a lot of fun as a defense, but you and Jack in particular seem to have a lot of fun on the field together. I guess what has he brought out of you, maybe as a person, as a player on the field?
I think we kind of got similar personalities, and we could get a little rough around the edges sometimes when we get going. But he's also a very fun guy, bro. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother, and on and off the field, you know what I'm saying? We got a pretty nice bond.
Going back to Jakarian. Going from year 1 to year 2, you went through that. You went through ups and downs as a rookie, as every rookie does, basically. Do you think people lose sight of that? Like, there is a growing part here, and just because things might look a little rough at some point doesn't mean that it's going to always stay like that.
I think we live in a "what have you done for me lately" world, and professional football, professional sports period, but NFL, that's like times 10. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter what you did yesterday, what you did the play before, what you did, you know what I'm saying, a minute ago. It's what have you done for me lately? And when you to the media or from the people's standpoint, when you underperform, it's like they tend to forget what you've done, what you brought to the table, and who you are. But you gotta know who you are on the inside. If you know who you are, what everybody says really doesn't matter. So.
Did you take them under your shoulder, on your arm a little bit, and kind of explain, hey, we all went through these types of things as a rookie?
I don't really think. I think it's more than what y'all making it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could give up a touchdown or give up some plays, and next play come back and catch a pick, have a game change and play. Like, that's the nature of the position. So you're gonna get beat. It wasn't really anything for me to be like, oh, you good. You know what I'm saying? He know he's good, and I know he's good, and I'm gonna keep speaking life into him no matter what. So
thanks, Nate.
Loved it. That was my favorite part of this presser up to this point, man. Love to see it. Nate standing up, for his teammates, speaking highly of some of the young pups. You can definitely tell he took all that JB stuff very personal.
Impressions of an NFL training camp so far?
I mean, it's been good. Obviously going against.
It's gonna be quick, y'all.
Great players out there. So that makes it a little hard, but it's just getting down the playbook still and just trying to do everything right.
Not too far from home. What's it been like just being back in your home state? Has family, friends been able to visit you along the way here?
Brock, it's time, baby.
It's been awesome. Like the weather, especially here. It's awesome.
Time, baby.
My parents got to come down. They were doing something down here, so that they came by and were able to watch practice. That's pretty cool.
Brock, as a rookie, how important has it been for you and beneficial to have all of the players in one location and just kind of going day by day?
Yeah, it definitely makes it kind of a little easier just because everyone's always around each other. Where everyone's still getting to all the rookies are still getting to know everyone, and especially just being able to go downstairs and just grab food or get treatment whenever you want. It makes it a little easier.
Brock, I was asking Nate a minute ago about there was a play you're going down the field, and the guys that weren't covering are like, holy crap, what happened? Has your speed always been kind of overlooked a little bit because of your size?
Definitely.
I don't know. I just kind of do my thing. I don't really worry about that. But I just catch the ball and run. I don't know.
I love it.
Talked about how
come on, Brock
came to you and said, hey, look, it's we now. It's not one or the other. We got to do this together. How important was it for him to say that to you and make this more of a collective thing?
Wow.
Yeah,
Balls.
Yeah, him and all the other tight ends all kind of took me in and just like one of their own, and just been helping me out tremendously, and just we're all in together now, so it's just a big we thing out there.
What's it like going against this defense in practice? Graphk, that's pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's definitely making us better. If they're going hard, they're doing great. It's just going to make us even that much better, and just that much more prepared going into the season.
Only a weekend, obviously, but what have you learned so far from training camp?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of still building off stuff in OTAs. I mean, just trying to get used to the speed of everyone, and I mean, obviously the playbook too.
You're a very physical player, so does tomorrow the idea of putting pads on excite you?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's football. We're supposed to be wearing pads, so it's gonna be fun.
I don't know if you saw the Hard Knocks quote or if it was passed to you at all from Brian Daboll from the Giants was saying he talked to Nick Saban about the draft, and Saban said the two biggest problems to cover were you and Malik Neighbors. That was on Hard Knocks, so kind of people got to see that. Were you made aware of it? Did you see it? And I guess what are your thoughts on it if you did see it?
No, I didn't see. What was it?
So Saban said the two hardest players in the SEC to cover the game plan for were you and Malik Neighbors.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, having him say that about me is pretty sweet. So
he don't give a shit.
Anything else, guys?
Love it.
I'm sure there's multiple things, but what's been the biggest adjustment for you so far, kind of going from college to the pros?
Yeah, I think I mean, in college sometimes they'd kind of baby you through a little bit and be like, hey, it's all right, it's all right. But then here it's like you gotta know what you're doing to be on the field and be able to play. And I mean, if you're not getting it right, you're just gonna be cut and it's on the next guy. So yeah.
Do you feel like you're learning like 5 positions? Like you're moving all over the offense? Is it like
he's already done that?
You pick up all the different spots that you have?
He's already done
that.
I
mean, it's a little more challenging. I try to get to know everyone's spot and what they're doing on each play, just so I'm prepared. Because I mean, just being able to be versatile and be put in different positions is a big thing for me.
Has Michael given you his take yet on his baptism by fire first day in pads with Max Crosby last year yet? What he did?
No, I think I saw the video last year, but yeah, I haven't really talked to him about it. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
All good, guys? Cool. All right, cool.
Sweet. Thank you. Love it. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Dunzo. Salute to our guys on a great presser. Nate Hobbs, Brock Bowers, Jacorian Bennett, and Michael Mayer. So we got an opportunity to listen to two of our starters on the offensive side of the ball, which Michael Mayer and Brock Bowers are going to have starter minutes. I know they both play the same position, a lot of 12 personnel this year. Brock's going to be all over the place. Mayer's definitely going to be the starting tight end. And then, two starters on the defensive side of the ball, Nate Hobbs, King slot right there. And then we got our corner two, Jacorian Bennett, talking his shit. So you love to see it, man. Great presser from all guys. I knew that Brock was going to be quick, fast, and in a hurry. He doesn't like to talk to the media. So he's just all business at all times. I mean, Devontae even called him, he's a businessman. You know what I mean? So there you have it. Sometimes I wonder why that people ask questions, about Devontae. Like, how's Devontae looked in camp? Like, dog, this is Devontae Adams. This is one of, if not the best wide receiver in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we need to ask what he looks like up to this point. Like, there's no real reason for that. Devontae is Devontae. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to hear more questions about, me personally, and this is no knock on the media, but I would want to ask, what does Thayer Mumford look like out there? How did he respond, to Max dominating him today? Was there any reps that, he won? I want to see, how does Andre James look in this new system? Whoever's at left tackle right now, how are they looking in Colton Miller's absence? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does Divine Diablo look like? We have not heard a ton of talk about him at the linebacker position. What does he look like on his rookie deal coming up? You know what I mean? Like, there has to be some other questions in regards to some of these other guys. It seems like we just keep hearing about Jacoby, which is great because we know he's a great wide receiver too. But I'm still interested to hear about some of these other guys. You know what I mean? There's some starters that not really being talked about a lot. Like I said, Divine Diablo, what are we doing there? I want to let me know. Let me know. What does this O-line look like with Colton out, you know what I mean, and JPJ out? What does the rest of the O-line look like? What are the veterans looking like out there right now? I know there's no pads on, but what does Cody Whitehair and Andres Pete look like? You know what I mean? So Tulu was not out there today, ITK. I believe he was Tashawn Reed put a tweet out earlier stating that Tulu Griffin and Brandon Faison were two guys that were out early on. I don't know if they, reappeared later on in practice, but the start of practice today, they were not out there. Yeah, demented. It's just like another thing, right? Where you bring up the receiver, like Netflix, like, come on, that was so weeks ago. Like, move on. You know what I mean? And top, yeah. But guess what? The good thing is we have that discussion Wednesday when Tom McMahon goes to the podium and gets an opportunity to talk to the nation. So we'll get a better understanding. I understand that special teams isn't the sexy unit, you know what I mean, out the bunch. And a lot of people just assume whatever. You can put whatever you want out there. I mean, look, man, people have lost Super Bowls because their kickers couldn't kick. People have lost playoff games because their punter couldn't, you know, pin the opposing team in their own 10. You know what I mean? Like, special teams is a major part of this, of this sport that we all love. You know what I mean? So, but we'll hear more of that on Wednesday when Tom McMahon goes out there and addresses the media. Salute to the 830 people still here in the building, you guys. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you guys are not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And, you know, once again, y'all, you know, I'll be out there next month. Salute to my people out there. We will be out there covering the August 20th practice that is open to the public at Allegiant Stadium. So if you guys are out there, make sure to hit me up. I would love to get a beer with you guys, chop it up with you guys. We will be out there covering that, that Tuesday, Wednesday, I believe, August 20th at Allegiant Stadium. So if you guys are in the area, please pull up and come hang out with us, man. We'll definitely do some type of get together at one of our spots out there, whether it's Barcode, you know, that's our family over there. We'll find another spot and we'll get everybody together. Let me see. Salute to Ryan Rangel, my guy, man. Hey, Demokes. Hey, man, look. Facts. Salute to Top. I know one thing from a physical standpoint, this team has beefed up big time. All of them took this offseason very seriously in the gym. Top, you can see the difference in Aiden. You can see the difference in Trey Tucker, Nate Hobbs, Jacorian Bennett is in great shape. All these guys, Michael Mayer, you know, he looks different. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, all these guys are locked and loaded, and they definitely truly believe in what we got brewing out there in Las Vegas right now. I'm excited to see what these guys do moving forward, man. Yes, Delano, I'll be out there. Yes, I'll be at that game. Definitely. I will be out there for the last preseason game against the Niners. And usually they do the alumni party that weekend. I'm going to hit up Stu and see if he's going to be out there this year, but we'll probably be at the alumni party and doing the Raiders-Niners preseason game as well. I got to hit my bro up. I know he's been dealing with a lot of shit, in his personal life. So I don't know if Stu's going to be out there, but I'm definitely going to hit him up and see if he's going to be out there. Salute to Alec, my guy. That content. Salute to my guy, man. Brave. Salute to my brother Rick in the building as well. Says you can't forget Zeus. I mean, man, look, yeah, Zeus is always in shape every year. You know what I mean, Rick? Like, he's always in massive shape. But now this year, he just looked like he just took a look. I thought they were definitely going to drug test that man immediately. Yeah, he's a mountain with legs, Yoda. This is facts. Facts. Salute. Wipe them feet, y'all. Get a few questions in before we get out of here. Coming up on an hour and a half. We will be live all week long, you guys. We have a doubleheader tomorrow. AP will be at the podium. So we will be doing a coffee and convo first day of the pads. And then tomorrow night, we will be live, me and Sanjit, breaking down also the first day of pads. You don't want to miss the 12 personnel show tomorrow. Once again, I do not know if our brother Wasted Talent will be in the building. He is on vacation, but if he is, all great. We always love to have our brother. We're going to have a great discussion. Wednesday, we will be live for the Tom McMahon special teams presser covering that day. And then I believe Thursday, we're doing the MJ Devonshire and Cameron Richardson film breakdown with my brothers, East Coast Gridiron and Big Mike. So stay tuned for that. Let me see. Oh my God, One Nation. Do you understand, bro? Like, that would definitely set the tone. Like, I think that we expect to go into LA week 1 and beat the Chargers. I do. A whole new regime out there. You know, they're trying to figure that thing out, right the ship out there. You know, it's going to take a little time, for those guys to get it together. So I think we're going to catch them week 1 and cook them. But if we can go out to Baltimore, flying all the way from California across the country, early East Coast game, and beat Baltimore, a team that was a game away from the Super Bowl, hey man, we would definitely send shockwaves throughout the NFL world, man. So I'm hoping. Hey, you never know. You never know, man. You never know. You never know. But there's a lot of continuity out there. A lot of those guys are returning players. The coaching staff, like they are a very well-oiled machine out there in Baltimore. So if we can find a way to beat them in week 2, that says a lot about our program and what we are doing. If you can go out there and derail that well-oiled machine week 2 in Baltimore in their place, man, that would be massive for this team moving forward. You know what I mean? And then you catch Carolina, week 3 back home for our first home game, right? That would be crazy if we could find a way to start this thing off 3-0. That would be insane. The confidence level would be through the roof. You know what I mean? But honestly, realistically, do I think we could beat Baltimore? Definitely. Any given Sunday, right? But I would be happy, going into week 4 being 2-1, playing a battle-tested Baltimore Ravens team and keeping it close out there. That would be something that you can build on. You know what I mean? I expect us to go beat the Chargers. I expect us to go out there and beat the Panthers. Yeah, definitely need a spy on Lamar all day, every day. But you know what, man? We've played him pretty well, the last few times that we faced them. I was at the game when we beat him in overtime. You know what I mean? Like, I think we can find a way to do it. This year 3 with Graham, in his system, I think this defense is going to be just top 3, top 5 at worst. And I think they're going to have an answer for Lamar Jackson. And what I mean by an answer, you guys, is do you really, truly have an answer for Lamar Jackson? No, he's just that dynamic. But if you can keep him at bay, keep him honest, what I mean? I look, man, if we can start this season off 3-0, dog, it'd be nasty, nasty work. But they do have Derrick Henry out there running the show now. I mean? I know he's getting up there in age, but I do believe that Derrick Henry's still going to be a force to be reckoned with. They have a really good O-line out there in Baltimore. They have 2 great tight ends in Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely. You know what I mean? And then they have a nice receiving group as well. So we shall see. Yeah, man. Talk that shit. Graphk defense going to be on his heels. Facts. Factory. Salvatore, at this point, brother, I'm assuming it may be Tulu Griffin, our young UDFA. He may be the guy that makes the roster and takes over those responsibilities. It could be Trey Tucker. I don't know if they want to put, a guy that is going to be a major part of this offense out there, but to potentially get hurt, returning kicks. But I could potentially see Trey Tucker doing it. What if we see Dylan Laube out there? Who's to say? Who's to say we don't see our young pup out of New Hampshire returning kicks? So it's going to be interesting, but I would probably say one of those 3 guys. Maybe even Amir Abdullah. Maybe we see him out there returning some kicks. But that's definitely one major question mark going forward. Yeah, I mean, Rick, maybe a DJ Turner. Who's to say? But I think he's going to be more of a gunner this year for us and another guy that can rotate in and out at the wide receiver position. Let me see. Salute to the 800+ people here in the building. Tommy E is going to earn his keep week 2. I love it. I love it. So Goldie's saying he expects Eichenberg to make some noise week 2. I love it. I love it. Keep forgetting, Alec, that we did bring Tyreek McAllister in. I keep forgetting that we brought him in this offseason. That is definitely someone that can play a role or carve out a role returning kicks. I totally forgot that we brought the young dynamic play caller Tyreek McAllister in from, what was it, the UFL, I believe, or the CFL, one of those leagues? Maybe they have plans for him. We shall see. I think we'll get a better idea maybe Wednesday. Kind of. Hopefully, one of these writers or one of the media people that are there is going to ask Tom McMahon like who they think will be the guy out there returning kicks from day one. Hopefully, we get that answer, or at least Tom McMahon kind of alluding to who may be potentially out there returning kicks. Let me see. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you guys are not subscribed yet, man, what are y'all waiting on? Hit that subscribe button. Talked about that. Let me see. Trying to see if there's something else on Twitter real quick that I wanted to bring up. I know there was something else that I wanted to talk to you guys about. but I totally forgot what it is. We got a bunch of lives this week, so I'll make sure to take notes. Let me see. Can't get right. What's good, King? I can definitely see that, Israel. I can definitely see Trey Tucker returning kicks. Definitely. Let me see. Get a few more questions in y'all. S. Dot, crazy. 4.39 speed. McAllister. AJ says, I'm calling it now. Tucker's going to return a kickoff for a touchdown this year. Talk that shit. Let's go. Goldie, you let me know when you're out here, and I'll set up a Raiders show at one of our sponsors' show. I mean, one of our sponsors' restaurants out here, and we'll set it up. But I'm not familiar. The few spots that I was familiar with, they're no longer doing it. But we'll probably be at Senior Ozzy's sometime this year, doing some live streams, especially the road games or the games that I don't hit while in Vegas. Senior Ozzy's in Frisco, Texas, the place where we had the Trey Taylor interview. So stay tuned for that. Let me see. Salute. Yes, we have the greatest chat in YouTube history. Point blank, period, the end. I'm talking about better than anything. I'm talking about not just football, not just sports, not just podcasting. I'm just talking about in general. In general, this is the best YouTube chat community ever. Clear cut too. Like clear cut. Like I tap in with a lot of different podcasts, hip hop, mental health stuff. I tap into a lot. And I'm gonna tell you right now, we have the best YouTube community in the world. Damn, Bray, that's dope. He said, I want an Aiden, Josh Jacobs, and a Max jersey in the show. That's fire, man. Salute to Rick. I hope everything's going good with you, brother. We will make huge improvements in the red zone. I truly believe Bowers and Lauby will make a large impact in this area. Facts, 10 Commandments. You can always expect 10 Commandments to come with a haymaker, man. Factory. They definitely not like us, Garth. Factory, and pause as my baby drinks her water and disrespectfully interrupts the show, as always. Salute to my baby Chloe. Let me see. Mixed Master, there's no real reason to rush. There's no real reason to rush. Why rush the process when the corners that we have out there right now are shining? Jacorian's looking good out there. We're hearing really good things about our rookie Richardson, the Cameron Richardson. You know what I'm saying? Jack Jones is out there balling. Nate Hobbs is balling. There's no real reason to rush the process. Let these guys put the pads on. Let's see what we got going on first before we decide on going out to get another corner. And do I believe it'll happen? I said it earlier on, Mixed Master. I do believe we'll add another corner at some point. But if Richardson and MJ Devonshire shows that they can be rotational pieces for us in year one, and our other guys can stay healthy, there's no real reason to go spend any money on another corner. You know what I mean? So let's just see what we got first and foremost. There's no real reason to go out there and rush. Yeah, Joseph, facts. D-Cam is looking good out there. Let me see. It's in 12 days, 29-31, 12 days. It's next week. I'm excited, man. Salute to Martin, my guy. Salute to Trap God in the building. What's good, Graphk? Keep your foot on their neck with that fire content. Salute. Yeah. And Tom Telesco, this isn't his first rodeo, you guys. He's done this for 11, 12 years. Trust and believe. He wants to hold on to some of that money for his own players. Take care of 2 or 3 of you guys potentially this season, right? He also wants to hold on to some of this money. Let's just say we are back to our winning ways and the trade deadline comes up. And there's some disgruntled players on some teams that they thought were going to make some noise, but they weren't. We will have the freedom. We will have the luxury of being able to pick up a potential impactful player at the trade deadline with all this money that we have. So you don't want to go out there and spend any money if you don't need to. You know what I mean? Hold on to some of this money. Malcolm Kuntz may need is going to need a new deal. Nate Hobbs is going to need a new deal. Are you going to pay Merrick? Are you going to pay Devon Diablo? Robert Spillane still has 1 year left on his deal. There's 5 players right there that you have to take care of. And once again, at the trade deadline, you have to have some type of financial, freedom to be able to make something happen. What if we're just that one player away, from potentially taking this thing over the top at the trade deadline and somebody becomes available and we don't have the resources for it. That would absolutely suck. So we have to kind of, play this thing safe and don't go out there and spend money for just this, for the sake of saying you're spending money. Girl, it's going to take a while, man. I think that, hopefully this offense starts off with a bang. I'm going to be real. I believe it can. But I think it's going to take a few weeks. I think the defense is going to be the unit that's going to help push us over the top early on during the season. But give them 3 or 4 weeks. Let Getsy and these guys get it going. That's another reason why AP said that our starters are going to play in preseason. This is a whole new system, a whole new look on the offensive side of the ball. It's going to take a little time for them to get it going. So I think Getsy's going to have, they're not going to fire him. I don't think that Getsy's going to go anywhere this year. I think the offense is going to be okay. But, will it start off slow? Maybe. Take some time to get this thing together. Colton's dealing with a shoulder injury. JPJ, is he going to be available? I think we're going to rely heavily on that defense against the Chargers, the Ravens, the Carolina Panthers early on. But I think we're going to get this thing going. I do believe in Aiden, you guys. I do. I do. You watch more of his tape. He's patient. He can make all the throws. His release is beautiful. I do believe that Aiden can be a guy that can help us get this thing done on the offensive side of the ball this year. I do. I'm very, very nervous if Gardner Minshew ends up winning the job, because I do believe he's going to go out there and do the gunslinger thing and give opposing defenses the ball back a lot. I don't want our defense to be cooked, having to go out there repeatedly to try and make up for the mistakes that our quarterback is making. And this is no shade. I like Gardner Minshew, but I like Aiden. I do think that he can be a guy. I'm not going to say he's going to be a top 10 quarterback, but if we can have a middle of the pack quarterback this year with Aiden O'Connell, top 15, quarterback, I think we're in for a nice ride this year. Get that run game going. You got all kind of different weapons at your disposal in terms of the receiving game and receivers that can catch the football out of the backfield. This is going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. But it will take some time. It's going to take some time to adjust and figure this thing out with Getsy. But the one thing that's really good is that this isn't an overly complicated system. These are football players, you guys, that have played this game forever. There was different, systems at the peewee level. There was different systems at the high school level, the collegiate level. These guys, they're accustomed to learning new systems year in and year out. And this is not a Josh McDaniels type offense where everything has to go the right way in order to make it happen. This is a lot more simplified, a lot more simplistic than what Josh McDaniels was trying to force feed, these guys last year when it wasn't working. The verbiage, just everything. It's a lot more simplistic. So this is going to be one of them type of systems where it's just go out there and play ball. Go out there and have fun. Go out there and have fun. What I mean that may take some time is, Aiden building some chemistry with Brock Bowers, building some chemistry with these, some of these new weapons that he has, or whoever it is at the quarterback position. It's going to take some time to get shit rolling. So, but I love that this is not an overly complicated system that they're going to have to live in their notepads, live, in their playbooks, trying to figure this thing out. I think simple was the way to go this upcoming season. And we're going to be given a bunch of different looks on both sides of the football. I think we can leave that complicated thing to Patrick Graham, because this is year 3 in his system. And he's going to go out there and throw a shit ton of different looks at opposing offenses. But I think we have all the pieces on the offense to make this thing move. And I think Getsy's going to keep it simple in year 1. Let me see. Salute to everybody here. Yes, I can definitely see. We've already seen a few reps with him out there catching the football. I can definitely see him out there getting active in the passing game. He's not going to be a Dylan or an Amir, but he'll definitely see some looks in the passing game. And this is facts. You got to take care of the football. That's the major portion of this offense this year is don't turn the football over. That's why I want Aiden out there. And don't fumble the football. Don't give the defense the ball. Just don't. Got to take care of the football. And I know AP has been preaching that all offseason. take care of the football. Don't make mistakes. And last year, you've seen it, you guys, as the year started to round out, disciplined football team. The penalties weren't there. We did not, our quarterback did not turn the football over at the, those last, 3 or 4 games at the end of the season. A lot more disciplined football. You love to see it, man. Salute to my guy Santana on a 5-piece special once again. Does Luke run the jet sweep, and what players do you see him using for that? Potentially Brock or 16, maybe even 17. I could see him utilizing all of them. And, his quarterback situation kind of dictated what he can do out there in Chicago. Santana, right? I don't believe that they ran a lot of that because this guy just hiked the ball and used his legs to get ghost. You know what I'm saying? But I think that he has a lot of players that can utilize that jet sweep. I mean, look at Jacoby. Shit, get him involved. He can throw the football. Jacoby can throw the football. He was a quarterback in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely would like to see him involved in that. Get Brock. That guy is a yak monster. Get the football in his hands. I could definitely see him being utilized. I can see Trey Tucker being utilized. And why not use Devontae? Why not? I mean, look, if he wants to, run some jet sweeps and get a little creative, with his receivers, he has every type of player at his disposal. Definitely make it happen. Let me see. Yeah, AP, protect the rock. Facts. All discipline. Football, no penalties with AP is amazing. Factory. I love that, Mo Money. And that's something that not a lot of people are really understanding right now, is that, we have the personnel with these new rules. It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. Let me see. I seen one comment, you guys, that I wanted to pull up. Salute to Top. Both, it appears, very similar to Green Bay's offensive scheme, which has been successful, bro. When the players get excited, I get excited. Pause. And, we don't have an Aaron Rodgers. Who does? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know the Jets do, but I'm talking about that version of Aaron Rodgers from years prior, back-to-back MVP, Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? But we do have the skill players to run that offensive effectively. You know what I mean? But we do not, Aiden doesn't have the legs that Aaron Rodgers had. You know what I mean? Aaron Rodgers is 101. He's one of the top 5, at worst, top 10 quarterbacks, ever. You know what I mean? So that system will look different without an Aaron Rodgers, but it's going to be interesting to see how it looks. Hey, Ant-Man, you know why? Because you have to show and prove. I understand. I think everybody should question Aiden O'Connell until proven otherwise. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that I believe in what the kid can do. I believe he can get it done this upcoming season. But, I mean, has he done anything up to this point for everybody to truly believe in Aiden O'Connell? No, not at all. So I understand why people are questioning. Look, man, you look at a lot of the quarterback rooms in this league, and you have to look at ours and say, okay, there's a lot of question marks. This isn't a situation, where you look at Kansas City, you look at Baltimore, you look at Buffalo, you look at Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a very questionable quarterback room. But just because we haven't seen Aiden do it yet does not mean he can't. And I believe that the kid can get it done. Let's see. Brave, I got you, King. Let me see. Yeah, definitely, Sarah. He's a work in progress. Definitely a work in progress. But hey, he has took this offseason very seriously. He's gotten his body right. He spent time building camaraderie with his receivers, in the offseason at local parks and in the gym, and he's been getting it done. You know what I mean? So it's going to be exciting to see what he looks like this upcoming year. Yeah, Alzado, I've seen that. Definitely. And one thing you have to understand is, Brian Hoyer even said it. I may seem kind of biased because I play with Aiden, you know what I mean? But you have to give him every opportunity to win this job. You know what I'm saying? I think Hoyer understands what Gardner Minshew can do. And he was not knocking his game at all, but he was just going to bat for his guy, Aiden O'Connell, which he got an opportunity to sit and watch all year long last year once he took over the job. So, but yeah, y'all. Salute to everybody here in the building. I would hate to leave with 800 people in the building, but you know, we talked about training camp. We talked about everything that's going on today. Once again, you guys, for those who are just joining the show, the defense once again dominated the O today. Nate Hobbs had a hell of a day today. Max Crosby dominated. He was out there every rep going crazy. Thayer Munford had a tough day with Max on his heels on every rep. Jacorian looked good out there again today. You know, the defensive line once again looked dominant. Don't put too much stock into this offensive line struggling right now, you guys. They're missing a few starters. They're still trying to figure this thing out. They're still going through the process of figuring, you know, of installations and putting this thing all together. So yes, Aiden and Gardner Minshew kind of struggled today. The pressure was on Malcolm, you know, Max, Wilk. The defense was all over those guys today. But it's going to take time for them to get this thing together. But it's all love. Trust and believe they're going to get it right. The pads are on tomorrow, so we'll kind of get a better idea of where this offensive line is because they get an opportunity to bully back. This isn't just a situation where they're kind of just – they get a chance to go pancake some motherfuckers tomorrow. So I'm expecting to hear good things from this offensive line tomorrow, specifically Thayer Munford. I want to see him go out there and obliterate Max on a few reps. Why not? Why not Munford? Why not? We expect a lot out of you, King. I know you're a 7th rounder, but guess what? I thought if you would have came out the year prior, you would have been probably a 2nd, 3rd round pick. I'm expecting a lot out of Thayer this upcoming season. So, but yeah, you know, offense struggled once again today, you guys. But the pads will be on tomorrow, and we'll get a better opportunity of kind of gauging where we are. And maybe we'll see if, you know, maybe something happens here in the next few hours. Maybe some players come off the PUP list. We shall see. And maybe we see a starter or two return tomorrow, you know, first day of the pass. I don't know. You know, we shall see. So stay tuned for that, man. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys as always. Thank you to all the new members in the building. Thank you to everybody that gifted memberships. Salute to everybody that sent supers. Salute to everybody that didn't send supers. You guys just always make my job this much easier because you guys are so active in the chat. I just want to say I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. Once again, man, salute y'all. Love y'all. Oh, on the way out, OakLosVegas.com. Go get you some merch. Go get you some drip. And other than that, man, we'll be back tomorrow with 2 shows, a doubleheader tomorrow. Salute. Love y'all. 1.